Hello Milton, I do not actually know what I'm going to do. My plan was to move to Canada this year that is coming, but right now the immigration minister increased the tuition fee and it's actually so huge. Should I change my mind to go to Europe? Okay, just relax and watch this video till the end. I am here to give you some things that will help you to move to Canada despite the fact that the tuition, or let me say the living cost money, has been increased. Hello everyone, welcome to our channel. If you are new here, my name is Milton Fonkwa. With you on this channel, you are going to be encouraged, and I want to tell you something. If you put your mind on anything, you are going to achieve the thing. All you need is plan and work towards it. It is no news to me anymore that the immigration minister increased the money for students who wants to study in Canada. But hey, is it a must that you must study in Canada? No. But can you still strategize and study in Canada if your plan was to move to Canada? Yes. All you need to do, like I said, is plan and work towards it. Now, let me tell you some things. Before, proof of funds to study in Canada was $10,000 for living costs, plus tuition fee, plus extras or miscellaneous. But now, as it stands, or as of January 2024, the immigration minister or the IRCC or Canadian officials said, as of January, you will need, instead of 10,000, you will need 20,635 plus your tuition fee, plus extras money for transportation, which is equally miscellaneous. How is that going to play out now for students who were willing to study in Canada? A lot of people will not apply for the visa because getting this money is going to be a very daunting task. Now, there are ways you can go about this and try, but like I said, if your plan was to move to Canada, do not give up. Let's take a look at some of the ways. Remember, tuition fee in Canada is very expensive. Very few colleges are affordable, and I want to tell you that if you plan very well, if you have the chance now, do many applications. That's point number one. Do like 4, 5 or 6 applications if you can, so that at the end of the day, maybe by January, February, March, you put all your admissions letters down, then you make a decision. Point number 2. Now, another option you have to take or consider is look at programs that are going to last 1 year. But why am I saying you should look at programs that will last 1 year? Looking at a program that will last 1 year, it's going to reduce that amount of money. For example, let's just use an example. If you were to apply for maybe a program at MBCC for 1 year, this program now is $10,000, right? Let's just say $10,000. Then if you go to another college, maybe NSCC, and you take a 2 years program, your tuition fee approximately is going to be around $23,000. So you see, the person for MBCC now with 1 year program and you with 2 years program, your own money will be enough. You need a lot of money to show for proof of funds. So that's the advantage. Again, why did I say you should apply for college, not university? Because sometimes for university now, as it is, you may need a lot of work. That is a fact. University entails a lot of work. I'm not saying that colleges do not need work. You have to study abroad before you pass an exam. We are here to guide you. We are not here to derail. So that is something you should note. Another thing is, you should understand that when it comes to Canada, there are a lot of programs in Canada, but the admissions is very competitive. So put all this into consideration before you do the application. Now, to fight yourself or try to put yourself in a better position in order to do the proof of funds proper, remember, the more money you show in your bank account is already a disadvantage for you. So another thing I would like to tell you is, when you gain admissions in a Canadian school now, try to pay 1 year or 1 semester of your tuition fee. The reason is because when you pay one semester of your tuition fee, you reduce the amount of money you need for your bank account or maybe for your bank statement. It reduces. Then you keep the payment receipt. It's going to back you up. But remember, paying this tuition fee does not guarantee a visa for Canada. You must do the other necessary things properly. Remember, I mentioned before that you should choose one-year programs. Choosing a one-year program to study in Canada is still not a guarantee. Always remember the things I have said in my previous videos about program choice. You cannot graduate 3 years ago in history and now you are working as a banker. Instead of you applying for something related to banking and finance now, you go back and start applying for something that is in history or history. It doesn't correlate. The visa officer will find this difficult. You would find it difficult to convince the visa officer why you choose that program. So program choice is very important. While you are preparing this, I will also advise you to note that if you start preparing your proof of funds now, it will help you. Why did I say so? The money, most of us, we do not have sponsors. So we are going to rely on people. Sometimes you will have a bank statement showing that you have maybe 5 million, 1.2 million, 3 million, 4 million, and the person who owns this bank statement is your sponsor, but his salary is not up to 400k a month. This money coming into this account, where is it coming from? Remember, you are going to be showing supporting documents as well. Now you need to explain to the visa officer where that money is coming from into that bank account, right? If you stay silent without explaining where the money is coming from and why is the money like that, you are in serious problem. I'm just here to quote some of the areas you can fix it in order to get your visa to Canada come 2024. Now, I also want to draw your attention to something, because I have realized in some past couple of days that a lot of students do not do the research proper. You cannot be saying that your mother is the one sponsoring you. Your mother didn't give you a sponsorship letter, but you are submitting your visa application. It doesn't sit well to the visa officer. And when the sponsorship letter is written, sometimes make it to be authentic, make it to be official. You can tell your mother to go to the court and sign it, or you go together with you. The both of you go and sign the document. It makes it authentic than one person using a pen to sign. Another thing I notice is, if you are saying that you got 15 million as a gift deed from your sponsor is not supposed to be the one to tell you what to do. You are the one applying for the visa, right? So you do your research. Now, what I noticed is that someone said the sponsor gave her some money, 10 million. And now in the bank statement, there is no place to show where a transaction was done 10 million into that bank account. There is no 10 million deposit into that bank account. It doesn't sit well to the visa officer. If you are saying that you got a gift deed of 10 million, make sure there is a deposit from your sponsor into that bank account reflecting 10 million, so that you can explain to the visa officer that on this particular date, this person sent 10 million into my bank account. This person is gifting me the money and he or she is not willing to collect the money again. Then the person who gave you the money will indicate on the gift deed letter that I gave this person this money and I do not have any intention of collecting the money again. The gift deed letter has to be done officially. Take it to the court or to the competent authorities and let it be done, signatures officially. If you say you got a gift deed of 10 million and there is no place in your bank statement to explain or show the 10 million, you are in trouble. And if you got, or somebody gave you 10 million without you explaining, you are in trouble. And if the person doesn't give you the gift deed letter, you are in trouble. If you mix up the information, if you say somebody gave you 10 million on your letter of explanation without a gift deed letter, you are in trouble. So please pay attention to this. I know this money has been increased and a lot of people are still going to mix up a lot of things. Before applying for a program, especially those of you who are still coming out of school, pay attention to program choice. Those who are already working, right, pay attention to program choice. It will be of help for you to go to your company and get a study leave, a leave letter. If you haven't traveled before, fine. But if you have traveled, it can help you. If you traveled before and returned back to your home country before you are applying now, it can help you get all the necessary documents ready. Now, this is where another program is going to come in. I know a lot of people, we know how we do these things, right? We know how we do the bank statement. I don't want to explain anything here. Now, the visa officer will be curious to see what your sponsor is doing. If your sponsor is located in another country, let's assume that your sponsor is in Canada or America, it will be of your best interest to tell your sponsor to transfer this money to your own bank account. Then you explain, he will do a gift deed letter for you, do a sponsorship letter for you. If he is in another country, he needs to show that he is legal in that country. If he has a family, he has to send that money to you. It's preferable. But if he wants to supply his bank statement to you, know that the visa officer will want to know how many family members he is taking care of, to see if the money he says he has in his bank account is going to take care of those family members himself together with your studies. So you have to be careful. This is another thing I noticed and I'm bringing your attention to it. It would be of your interest to tell those people in America and Canada to send the money to your account. And if they are saying they sent 30,000 Canadian dollars to your account, let your account reflect that money before they explain. It will be important also for them to show their legal papers, to show where they work, to show how much they earn. Okay, if they are earning $2,000 every month and money is going into their account $5,000 every month, please, it will be good for them to explain their other sources of income with evidence. I am saying these things because a lot of people will get into trouble this time. Now, if you are the one sponsoring yourself, make sure you get documents of how you are getting your money. Make sure the money going into your bank account is explainable, because the visa officer will want to know. They are trying to fight money laundering. They want to know where the money is coming from. Okay, so you have to show them evidence. I hope you understand. If you have any other thing related to this money issue, drop a question in the comment section. We are going to look at it. Now, if you are going to be sponsoring yourself and maybe you have some money, you don't know how the money is coming from, I will advise you to look at a fixed amount and be putting the money in the account. Okay, do not put too much money in the account which is not explained, because most of us, maybe in Africa, we earn maybe 100k, 200k, 300k, and at the end of the day, you are explaining that your 500k you are putting in your account is coming from your salary, whereas your salary is not up to that. You have to show where extra money is coming from, and make sure you think about this before you move ahead. Now, opening a business is the best option for you. This is a trick I told somebody, and I told the guy to create a business. Go and register the business. Registering your business now is going to help you. And make sure if you are registering your business, you should be able to show evidence. Make sure you can show evidence and show transaction details. Those of you who are doing money transactions, maybe through mobile money, it is important. A lot of people don't know these things. It's important. You have to show those things. If you are getting money from any source, make sure you explain if you are the one sponsoring yourself. Then remember that early application will help you. Early application is important. How is early application going to play an important role in this application that is coming? One, remember, some people will be rejected, and if you are rejected, they are going to give you the reason. When they give you a reason, order for the GCSM note to see why they rejected you. Now, when you know the reason why you were rejected, what do? You now reapply. Let's say if you apply maybe by February next year, then you are rejected maybe in March, you will now see maybe excess money or maybe proof of funds or whatever you can now strategize and go again in April. I will not encourage you to swap programs after a rejection. Make sure before you go for a particular program, you would be able to explain why you are going for that program. It is very critical. I'm just putting out these things here because I know it's going to be a lot of problems for us this time around. This money shouldn't be a problem. You have to, if you have applied for schools already and now you are saying that, for example, I know a lot of people who have applied to tuition to schools that tuition is like $16,000 a year, and these programs are going to last 2 years. Now, this living cost money has been increased. What do? Strategize. Look for other schools that may cost less, or considering going for 1 year programs. Remember, if you are going for 1 year programs, it should be in a province that can easily guarantee you PR after studies. But you are not going to PR directly. You have to pass through PGWP before you go to PR, postgraduate work permit. And remember, 1 year program is 1 year postgraduate work permit. 2 years program is 3 years postgraduate work permit. So now you have to make a choice. Are you going for 3 years postgraduate work permit, or are you going for 1 year postgraduate work permit? But this decision is going to depend on proof of funds. So strategize well. The earlier, the better, because Canada don't want international students. Like the influx is massive, so they don't want it. That is the sole purpose of this increment. A lot of things have changed. Prices of goods have changed. Accommodation is a problem. We all know. And there was a time I said on this YouTube channel that a lot of things are going to change. So it is fast to move. Try to strategize and move quickly. Even next year, things are still going to change. We are looking at it somehow, but things are still going to change next year. So this is my advice for everyone who intend to apply to Canada now. The proof of funds, if you strategize well, it may not affect you. But again, I understand the money is difficult. So try to plan now before it's late. You are still in December. Planning now will help you. If you are selling a property, make sure the money you sold that property or the amount of money should go direct into your account. Then you explain on your letter of explanation during visa application that this amount I sold a property, and attach receipts. I'm not saying you should go and do things that are not legal. If you do them, it's your business. A lot of people will have problems with this. I already know. And remember, when you do these things, they will slam you 5 years. I don't want to explain again. You already know what the 5 years mean, or 10 years. Let's be careful. Let's be careful. Okay? But if you think that your money is not enough, find your way to Europe. But again, remember, like I always say, there is no easy visa now. There is no easy visa, guys. There is none. No easy visa. Some of the embassies, even appointment is a problem. So strategize now and you move. Okay? I hope this helps you.